Portugal are the European champions of 2016, and Ronaldo's tears of despair turn to tears of joy as he's hugged by his teammate and the winning goal scorer. The Portuguese fans go mad, a lot of them in Paris, as we talked about before the game. But for the French, despair in front of their own supporters. That's never happened before in a major tournament. Didier Deschamps goes from possibly a hero to perhaps a villain in the eyes of the French people. But that man, Santos, 14 competitive games as the coach, not one single defeat. Alan, a tremendous performance considering they lost their star man early on.
Yeah, the way they stuck together, the way they responded to the bitter blow of Ronaldo going off has to be admired. The way they defended and just stuck together as a group. From that point of view, you just cannot take anything away from them. And the goal that Eder scored, he was a threat when he came on. He held the ball up. Brilliant piece of skill on the edge of the box. He held Koscielny off the ball, and what a finish it was. Down to Lloris's right, didn't have no chance at all. It's ironic, isn't it, that they've won one game in 90 minutes out of 7, and they're champions.
It's extraordinary, and Eder as well, scoring the winning goal. 15 appearances for Swansea, of course, and had never scored a competitive goal for Portugal before this one. But well, if you're going to score one, you might as well make it an important one. Thierry, commiserations. Obviously, massively disappointing night for France and their football team, and that man there.
It's a sad day, and as you know, before I was saying that you have a lot of Portuguese in France, and we're going to hear about it for a long time, very long time. You have to give that team a lot of credit. First and foremost, well done to Portugal. But you know what? I was saying before the game that obviously you have to make sure that you make history and win it. But we have a team again. That's very important for us. Yes, people might say, why Marcel didn't come on? Why this, why that? But you see a game, and I think that was a theme of the tournament, when people were brave to try to play with a number 9. And Eder made a difference because he's a striker. He holds the ball, he won every free kick, and he turned Koscielny inside out on the side and scored. But listen, I said it before, I didn't want it to be the tournament of nemesis and tournament of first time that you beat your nemesis, and it turned out to be exactly that. Having said that, again, I repeat, you can only win a tournament if you have a good team. You can only win it as a team. Perfect example, Ronaldo comes out, they still win it. And maybe that gave them a little lift than when you lose your guy, Rio, a big guy like that, you're like, let's do it for him. Let's be resilient and that togetherness, and give him that title, obviously, as a group.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that knits teams together. When you go against 10 men, sometimes it galvanises them. They got something to cling on to. They haven't really got to come out and attack you, and they feel comfortable sitting there. This Portuguese team, from word go, they were comfortable, happy to sit back and soak up pressure with the likes of Ronaldo and Nani on the counter to hit teams and score goals. So going down to 10 men, I didn't see that being a big problem for them because they were sitting back anyway. I mean, but this is you see the pictures there, the despair, the hurt. I mean, I've been in finals, we all have where you've lost, and the feeling that you go through there, if, buts, maybes, the questioning yourself as individuals, as a team. And I mean, these guys, Portugal.
When you saw Ronaldo acting on the side of the field, we were saying with Rio, it's
like a movie. It's like a movie. It's like the Ronaldo movie. I mean, he's the lead actor.
He has the supporting role.
The director,
producer.
He's in charge even when he's not playing.
Before the game, what you say is that look, let's have no regrets here. I think the France team will have tonight because they didn't play well. I know they had still had 2 or 3 good chances to win the game, but they didn't play well. We didn't see the energy, we didn't see the pace of passing from Payet, from Griezmann, from Pogba. There was definitely something missing tonight from that French team.
Yeah,
subdued.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed so one-paced. There was no oomph in this team. There was no thrust, and that's why we were calling for Martial.
We were talking about it, obviously, off air, and we were talking about that there was a weird rhythm into the second half. and into the extra time. And he can only suit Portugal, like you said, Alan, before.
Yeah.
It can only help them to win the game, and he did.
As we saw Ronaldo there preening a little bit, getting ready for that presentation, that magical moment. He's put his shirt back on, which is something. And you saw the Portuguese fans there celebrating. This is how the victory was received in Lisbon. This is the fan park there. And, well, it's their first tournament success. And when you saw that name of Portugal being etched onto the trophy for the first time, population of 10 million, hugely competitive football nation. They get to semi-final after semi-final, and that fella deserves being thrown up in the air with the bumps there.
Well,
What a performance from the coach.
Yeah, he had a successful time with Greece before they appointed him, the Portuguese manager. Very experienced, cute, clever, and you have to say well done, because they've got a way of playing, and what they say to the opposition is, come and beat us, come and try and break us down. We're going to rely on a piece of brilliance or a set piece or something like that. That's the way they play, and teams haven't been able to do that with them. So you've got to say well done to the coach.
If you go way back to the qualifiers, they didn't start well. I don't know if you guys remember that. They didn't start well at all. Bento went into an argument, I think, with Ricardo Carvalho and some of the older guys in the squad. First thing that Fernando Santos did, he brought them all back, especially Ricardo Carvalho. He said, I need experience in that team, and I need experience at the back. That's why he started with Ricardo Carvalho at the beginning of the tournament, then maybe he changed it, but you can see what experience can do, especially in a big tournament. That's all down to him. He was getting criticized. I will put my hand up. I also said at the beginning, three draws in the group stage. Yeah. Maybe they don't deserve to go through, but with the new rules, they grew into the tournaments. So you have to give them their respect. Well done, Fernando Santos, and well done, Portugal.
So the winners lifting the trophy, huge emotion on the faces of those players there, and well, they deserve that, don't they? What a moment for them, and what a moment for that country. And overall, you know, they're just such a durable team, and that's ultimately they've come out as winners, Alan.
That's what it's about, Gary. That's what they set their system up, and as I said, they've said to everyone, this is the way we're going to play. You know we're going to play this way. Come and beat us. Come and try and break us down. Not many teams could do it.
Wasn't the best game of football we've ever seen, as is often the case in a final, but it was a cracking goal to win it.
It was a brilliant goal to win it. He was big, strong, skillful, held Koscielny off there once, turns him, get off me, away. And the best part is that the finish was just sublime. Lloris has got absolutely no chance, and he's a top goalkeeper.
He's this type of striker that I didn't enjoy playing against. He wants contact, elbows, kneecaps everywhere, but he's somebody who's aggressive. And he wants to get to goals because he can. Sometimes stuff he does looks scruffy, he doesn't come off, but he's always willing to receive the ball and take it, and he wants to engage in a battle. I mean, you see what it means to these guys here in pictures, tears of joy.
Yeah. Listen, he was called upon, he came on, won every single ball.
Yeah.
Like, gave his team a break, free kicks. He had one opportunity to score. I don't even know if it's an opportunity to score. He just like pushed Koscielny away. They had to go. What a finish!
There was a moment in the game where I think you start to think it's not going to be France's night, and if there was one, it was probably Gignac when he hit the post, Thierry.
Yeah, actually, listen, give him a lot of credit because what he did to Pepe. I don't see a lot of people doing that to Pepe, especially in that tight era there. But you know, he scuffed it in a way. That's what you will see on the replay. That's what allows the ball to go over the leg. I think the right leg of Rui Patricio. You're going to see it here. But you were talking about dinking the ball. But like I said,
it's not Messi though.
Yeah, but at that particular moment, at that stage, to think about doing it, it's not about executing it. It's about thinking about it at that stage and at that particular moment.
Yep. Griezmann wins the Golden Boot, twice as many goals as anybody else, but did have a couple of opportunities, didn't he, tonight? Both headers, but didn't happen for him. Not his night.
No, it wasn't his night. Yes, you've just mentioned it. He's got the Golden Boot, and he's probably been the player of the tournament, but he'll be thinking about these for the next few
weeks.
These
especially
two
that
big
one.
chances, especially that one. That for him is a big opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is confirmation of the Golden Boot winner, Griezmann with 6. Ronaldo, of course, second with 3, thanks to his more assists than the other players. But
and another thing, I mean, it's a, you know, I'm really upset for Antoine Griezmann because I think if France had won the Euro on a personal point of view, he would have had the Golden Ball right there. And we all know now where that ball is going to go.
Indeed. Well, we've had, 51 matches, 4 weeks of football, 108 goals, I'm reliably informed, and Portugal are the winners. We make of the tournament. New format, obviously, more teams in it, pretty negative, very low goal-scoring ratio. Rio, what do you think?
I think undoubtedly the quality levels were disappointing. Teams coming here not necessarily win, just coming here to not get beat, not coming out and making games of it to make a better spectacle. And I think on one hand, we can say the quality's been a step down, if not maybe a couple of steps down. But then we've seen great scenes with fans, with fans who probably for a lifetime thought they'd never come to a tournament like this, and they've been able to, and to become and have moments like Iceland did against our England, which was great. But at the end of the day, you want to see quality players, the best players playing, and the best teams. And I think we didn't get as much of that as we would have liked.
Is the game a little bit negative at the moment, Thierry? Is there too much fear? Is it safety first?
Yes, if you allow the third in the group stage to go through, then at one point teams know that if they win only one game or if they draw 3, then they can go through, so teams don't go forward.
UEFA have said they're quite happy with it and they think that's the way ahead, and they might even bring more teams.
The team that finished third has just won the tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen,
unbelievable.
I'm happy to see teams doing well, Albania winning a game, Iceland doing what they did, but I think that new rule killed the group stage games, I think, personally.
But for 5 or 6 games, the standard has been poor. I think, as I said, it full time has been pretty dull and pretty boring for a lot of the times. A lot of the excitement has come from the smaller teams, Wales, Iceland. Portugal weren't fancied. So UEFA have got what they wanted. Financial reasons has been a success, but the quality, I think, has been really poor.
Your personal highlights of the tournament, Rio?
Highlights, I'd say Wales. I think seeing what they'd done, the journey that they went on, was fantastic, and I think it's the unity that they showed, their fans behind them, the unbelievable kind of unity that they showed with each other. It's a great story, and it's something that you'll be able to live on for a long time, and their fans will live through that for years to come.
Thierry, as regards the host nation, put on a great show.
The highlight of the tournament is not so much on the field, it's about how the tournament was, how people enjoyed themselves. If you put on the side what happened, obviously, in Marseille, the way people were happy, the fans, colour, joy, happiness. That's what we wanted at the beginning. There were a case of fear, and nothing happened. So overall, it was a successful tournament.
Yeah, the fans, I think, but for the incidents with England and Russian fans, I think other than that, they've had a fantastic time. They've enjoyed it. I mean, the Wales fan, the Irish fans. There were some great scenes there.
OK, well, that's it. Thank you all very much indeed. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you over these last few weeks. There it is. Portugal have won their first major tournament with an header from outside the box. Good night.